guys, and welcome back to our channel. Now I'm hoping that Blue is going to sit with me throughout the video because it's about him. So fingers crossed if he does, he might not, but hopefully he will because he's a good boy, aren't you? So today's video is going to be basically our top 10 tips for adopting a dog. I know this is always quite a big topic, so I thought, why not? We've done it, so I feel like we can talk about it. Shush, you're fine. I know this is quite a big topic, but however, I feel like we can talk about it because we've done it. Blue is adopted. Are you done? Right. Blue is nearly 13 years old and we have nearly had him for 4 years. So we adopted him when he was about 9, nearly 9. He is a Nova Scotia duck tolling retriever. So he's from Canada and he is a pure breed. We got Blue from somewhere called Blue Cross, which is an adoption kind of agency like RSPCA, like Dogs Trust. It's just a different brand. They're all over the country, and that's where we chose to get Blue from.
Heard you want to leave this place where we grew up. This old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. Hanging on, waiting for your call. Seems like time as a wave passing by, leave a mark in our minds to turn to memories. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're
gone. So my first top tip is do lots of research. Do lots of research into the type of dog that you want, into what dog you can, afford potentially. Blue is a medium-sized dog, so he needs more food than some other dogs, less food than other dogs, if you know what I'm saying. You want to, have a look at your house and see what dog you can potentially fit in it. Do you want a dog that needs lots of work? Do you want a working dog, or do you want a dog that's quite happy to sit with you in front of the fire if you can't be bothered to go out? So I think you do need to do lots and lots of research into what kind of breed of dog that you want, and I think that's really important before you even start looking for a dog. Before you even start thinking about adoption, you need to do lots of research into what type of breed you think you might want. Right, number 2, make sure you've got time. There is no point in adopting a dog if you are out at work 9 till 7 every day, or if you leave early in the morning. You need to make sure that you give them time, especially rehoming a dog. You need to make sure that, they've been through enough without, never seeing you. So I think that's really important. Make sure that you've got the time and you can put the effort in. They're not just something to get and expect them to take care of themselves. 3, once you've done lots of research and you visit all the different sites online and you look through some of the dogs and you find one that you like, when you've made your appointment to go and see them for the first time, Don't just settle for one visit. You normally have to do more than one anyway. However, I would say do as many as you can. That way you get to really see them at different times of day, in different moods. They get to see you plenty of times so that when you finally pick them up, it's not like a, oh my God, who are these people? So I would say definitely do lots and lots of visits together, because I think that's really helpful. We did about 6 with Blue. I think I wish we'd have done more, especially because, you know, there's trained dog experts there that we could have asked more questions to. But we did about 6 before finally bringing him home. Number 4, which is kind of what I've just spoke about anyway, is make sure you ask lots and lots of questions. Don't just accept anything that they're telling you. Make sure that you're asking about things like anxiety, behaviour, previous homes, why they've been brought to the centre in the first place. Blue, for instance, had 4 previous homes and he'd been in kennels for more than half his life. Now that to us said that there were some definite behaviour issues, which he does have. We were told that he doesn't really get on well with other dogs, but not to the extent that actually we've found out once bringing him home. So I wish we'd asked more into that. You need to ask about their health. Blue's got some back problems and some arthritis problems. He's also got some eye problems. We knew all about that, but you need to make sure that you know that when you're getting a dog, you need to know everything about that dog. Ask about diet. What diet are they on? You know, we quickly found out that changing Blue's food was horrific for him. So he has to be on certain types of food because otherwise it plays havoc with his tummy. And the last thing you want is to bring a new dog home and then be worried that actually, you know, they're pooing and weeing in your house because of the food you're giving them. So think ahead. Number 5, and I think this is my most important one, is don't just think that you want a puppy. We went for Blue and he was nearly 9, like I said, and basically he'd been in kennels for more than half his life, and I felt that without us he'd have still been there now. And I do think that 3 other families had gone in to see him just before us and everyone said no. And I think some people get so set, we want a puppy, but there's so many older dogs out there that, you know, they don't have homes, that they are just stuck and they're wanted less because people just want a puppy. And you know what? Blue is the most lovingest boy you could find. He's such a good dog, and I wouldn't wish any, you know, whenever we go to adopt again, if we ever do in the future after Blue, which I don't know, we would definitely again go for an older dog. So number 6 is take some time to be with them at home when you first bring them home. So we both took a week, I think Stuart took 2 off work to be with Blue when he first got brought in, because it's new smells, it's a new routine, it's new people, everything's different. So I think if you could take, if you can, some time off work when they first come home just to settle them, I think that's really important. So 7, I would say go and take them when you're home. After the first few days, take them to a vet. Whatever vet that you want to use, take them to them. Because I think just a second opinion, to make sure your microchips all been updated, things like that. They get them used to you taking them to the vet. I think it works really well. 8, when you're going to visit them, take their collars and their leads that you've brought them. We all do it. You know you're going to adopt a dog. You go out and you spend thousands of pounds on new leads, new collars, their new beds. What I would say is that when you're doing the visits to them in the centres, take their lead with them and their collar, because then it's less scary when you go and pick them up. We did with Blue. We took his lead and his collar every single time, and then in the end they just left his collar on for us so that he got used to it. He also has a harness, and because he'd never worn one before, he was a bit anxious about it. So we left the harness there as well, and they were so good at, practicing with it every day with it. Whenever he'd go for a walk with them, they'd put the harness on for us, so that when it came to us taking him home, he knew exactly what that harness was, and we just said it was fantastic, really. They kind of worked with us to kind of get him used to it. Number 9. Be prepared for the car journey. Now that might sound ridiculous, but remember that if you're putting a dog in your car, they're going to make a mess, whether it be a bit stressy because I've not been in a car for a little while. So hair, whether, you know, we do excited wheeze and things like that. So what I would say is make sure that you either have a seatbelt buckle that attaches to their harness or their collar, because that keeps them in place, so stops them diving through. Or if you're putting them in the boot, which Blue does go in our boot, we always put blanket or some towels in there just to make it a little bit more comfy, and then stops any messes. I would also say that maybe if it's their first journey, I would sit in the back. I sat in the back with Blue, bringing him home, just so he had some company. He was fantastic. He was a little bit unanxious when we first pulled up to the house. He was excited to get out the car. I sat in the back with him, and I just had a little bag of treats, so I could just give him some treats whenever he was a bit worried, and that worked really well. My final point, number 10, is enjoy them. You don't have them for very long. We know this. And I think that's the thing with an animal, is that you get them and you love them, and you know that one day they're going to be gone. So all I would say for my final point is just enjoy them, do things with them, take them to the beach, take them for as many outside walks as you can, you know, and no, we don't always want to, but play ball when it's raining in the garden because they want to, because we don't have them forever, and they are truly, truly special. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please consider giving this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully you've learned a little bit about what my advice is anyway when you first adopt a dog. And if you want to know anything else or anything about Blue, if you want just a vlog on Blue, then let me know, I can do that. And from us, we're going to say bye-bye. Bye. Say bye, Blue.